Welcome to our physical education for class, all about target games. Specifically, we will be tackling about Tumbang Preso. Hello everyone, I am your teacher Rolly and I am here to teach you about one of the traditional games being played here in the Philippines, Tumbang Preso. I want you all, so before we start our lesson, I want you all to prepare your pencil and your paper for you to be able to jot down some notes which can really help you know nature, the background, the skills, and the mechanics needed. So at the end of the lesson, you guys will be able to explain the nature or the background and skills involved in the game, as well as you will be able to execute the different skills involved, and of course to value the essence of playing and participating in the game Tumbang Preso. So before we formally start or before we proceed to our lesson proper, what do you think does the children are up to? What is the name of the game they are playing? Are you familiar with it? Try to analyze and observe so that you can share your insight to your classmate.
5 minutes later.
Very good, that's right. The game that the children are playing in the video is all about Tumbang Preso or Balata. So now we will proceed with the nature and the background of the game. So when we say Tumbang Preso or Tumbalata in Tagalog or Batulata in Bisaya, it literally means knock down the prisoner or knock down the can in English. This game is played in the backyards. We can also see it played by the children in an open fields or in the park, and in places where vehicular traffic is minimal. The game's primary object is to knock down the guarded prisoner or the can. Players use a certain to hit the prisoner and they retrieve the same without being caught by the guard. So that is what you can see here in the video. So now, we will proceed to the equipment needed for Tumbang Preso. For the equipment, we will be needing a slippers and a can, where the slippers is also known as the pamato. We also have the mechanics of the game. How are we going to play this Tumbang Preso according to the mechanics given to it? So for our mechanics, we have first the markers. So when we say markers, the players draw a tow line at one point of the ground, while a small circle is drawn a few meters away on the other side. So this is the circle where our can is being placed. Next is we have choosing the first guard. So when we say choosing the first guard, the players decide on the first guard or the it. They do this by throwing their pamato at the tow line. Each player tries as much as possible to hit the marker, or at least he makes sure his pamato lands closest to it. Otherwise, if his pamato landed the farthest, he becomes the first guard or the next it. So that is how we choose our first guard. Next is the guard's role. First, he places the can inside the circle and guards it, while the hitters stand ready behind the tow line. At his signal, the hitters start throwing their pamato at the can. Once the can is hit and knocked down, he quickly retrieves it and puts it back up again inside the circle. Then he runs after the hitters and tags those trying to retrieve their pamato. One important rule, the guard cannot tag a hitter until he makes the can stand in its place inside the circle. If the can is thrown outside the circle, the hitters get the chance to kick it farther away from the circle. This allows them more time to retrieve their pamato. That's how it works, guys. Next is the changing roles. So in changing roles, in the changing roles, if the pamato lands close to the can but did not knock it down, the guard captures the pamato. A hitter that fails to retrieve his pamato stays close to it and waits for the other hitters to knock down the can again. Once the can is hit and knocked down, he quickly retrieves it and put it back up the hitters and tag those trying to retrieve their pamato. And the process is repeated for as many times as the players agree. So that is our changing roles in the game Tumbang Preso. Next, for the last topic for today's discussion, we have the skills needed in playing Tumbang Preso. So the skills needed in playing Tumbang Preso are the following. We have throwing, running, dodging, jumping, and hopping. So these are the 5 most important skills that we need to possess in playing this kind of traditional games. So after our discussion, we will be having an activity for you to analyze. I'm going to give you a situational problem, and what you are going to do is to answer and share it to your classmates. I will give you 5 minutes to answer this question. When Cesar tries to aim the target in Tumbang Preso, he fails to hit the can. What skills do you think he is lacking? What do you think is the best way for Cesar to improve his skills? Is there a chance that it may affect his other abilities in playing this with his friends? What are these skills that may also be affected? Okay, so time is up. Yes. So I will be having 2 representatives to share their thoughts about the given problem. Okay? Okay. Very good. Good job, everyone. I want you all to clap. I want you all to give a big round of applause for yourself for doing this activity. Next, so after our activity, we will be playing a game called Pass It On. We will be playing this where there will be one student to start the game by sharing their experiences in playing Tumbang Preso. So you will be giving insights, experiences, how what you feel playing this sport with your friends or with your colleagues. Then he or she will point out someone to do the same thing. So this is why we call this game Pass It On Me. The time allotted for this activity is, we will be doing this for 15 minutes. Okay? Very good.
A few moments later.
Time's up, everyone. Yes. Thank you so much for your participation. And I am so happy that all of you has shared their experiences and their insights of how they are feeling when they play Tumbang Preso. Now for your assignment, I want you to play Tumbang Preso with your family grouped into 2 equal number of members. So you're going so your performance will be recorded and to be uploaded in our group chat. You shall have the materials and be able to perform the proper mechanics and skills needed for the game. So I hope and I assume that you already have an idea on what to do, on what to play, on how to play this game with your family. You will be able also to try to teach them if some of them are not able to do the mechanics of the game. You can have the guidance of your parents for them also. So next, after you have performed your task, you will be assessed by answering a reflection question based on the activity given. So the following is your reflection to be answered. First, what was your favorite part while playing Tumbang Preso? Next, what was the most difficult part in executing the skills needed in this game? And lastly, what did you learn from this? I want you all to answer this because by this reflection question, I will be able to know where did you lack in performing this activity, and I will also be able to know your strength. If you have improved, if there's a lot of things to enhance, and if you really enjoy the activity with your family. Okay? You got it, guys? Very good. So now this is the end of our lesson, and I hope you gained something from our discussion, and I'm looking forward for all of your assignment to be passed in our group chat. Thank you so much, and see you all next